I have a super exciting brand to talk to you about today. If you're curious to know more, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I have a super exciting brand to talk to you about today, and it is Cheekbone Beauty. It is a Canadian brand out of Ontario, which is quite far from me. I'm in Manitoba in Canada, and it is a wonderful Canadian success story. I think they were on Dragon's Den, if I'm not mistaken. I will put the name of the show they were on, pitching their idea a number of years ago, and now they have been operating for quite a while. And it is finally time for me to try the brand. I heard about Cheekbone Beauty from Kara C. I will put her channel right there for you. And I placed one order. I was so impressed. I placed a second order. Now they're not huge orders, but they are 2 orders nonetheless. So first off, let's talk about the packaging. So it is a bubble wrap type packaging, and you can see the little feathers as a pattern on the outside. That matters. And then Cheekbone Beauty, you can see written on the package at the back. Now let's open it up because I want to show you how they package things. So next, this is how they package their products. And when you open it, they are nice and protected, and you get a feather that is the same type of pattern on the outside paper, which I thought was so neat. And there was a feather in each one of the packages. And with the products themselves, you get a thank you note from the owner of the company, and that is so nice. And it says, "Thank you for your order. At Cheekbone Beauty, we are on a mission to create sustainable, clean color cosmetics while helping Indigenous youth see their enormous value by constructing a truly socially conscious beauty brand." And their motto is do good, feel good, look good. I think that is fantastic. And a percentage of the profits from the company go back towards various communities that they are supporting, and I think that's fantastic. Now let's take a look at the first order that I placed. And that these are, I only ordered 3 products. I wanted to dip my toe into the brand, and I focused my order on products that would allow me to do a full face, even though the company doesn't really have powder eyeshadows at this point, although I doubt that that's going to be far off into the future. Now let's take a look. For the packaging, they go with very minimal packaging. They don't have boxes for their palettes, which I don't have a problem with, because what do? We tend to just throw away the box. And instead of packaging, they just make sure that they have a sticker on their lip products and on their palettes to make sure that you know that they have been sealed. And each order for these face palettes are built to order. So you have an empty palette that you add to your cart, and then you add the 3 different face products that you want added into the palette. There is a mirror in the palette. On the palette it says "You are powerful" down here, which I think is a really nice touch. There is a plastic protecting the shadows or the powders. And here are the 3 that I chose with, again, do good, feel good, look good. And I really like that motto. And I chose, as you can tell, there's a highlighter color, a blush color, and a bronzer. But I really feel like I can do a highlight on the brow bone, I can do crease, or even this one crease, and create an eye look with these 3 complemented by using those 3 powders around the face as well. So I'm really excited to play around with these, and they are removable so that you can play around with extra different colors if you want. The backing is magnetized, And it doesn't say how many, I just don't remember how many grams per pen there is in here. If I have it easily accessible from the site, I will add it on the screen. I think I picked some decent colors. I figured that if this was a pretty deep blush, that I would be able to mix it with a highlighter a little bit to give myself kind of a glowy, lighter blush, or I could also mix this with a loose powder to just kind of lighten it up a little bit. But I think as a blush and as an eyeshadow, it would look really good. So let's do some swatches of these three. Now I'll put on the screen as well what colors I did pick. They don't have names on the back, so I'll have to go and look at my order to be able to tell you what that is. I'm giving my editing self a lot of work. Okay, so here we go. Here is the blush. I'll probably go and do a second swatch of all of these. The highlight. It's rosier than I thought it was. And then the bronzer. Okay, let me just redo those three. And the fingers. Okay, second swatch. Oh yeah, that builds up beautifully. Effortless. Okay, here we go. I just don't want to make a mistake. I was going to say a difference. Make a mistake. And then the bronzer. And here are the three powders. Very nice. I like it. And then the fingers, of course. I think these are very nice colors. Okay, let's take a look at the rest. So that was the face palette. Now let's take a look at the eye pencil. In this case, it does come in a box, but it is a raw paper box, so very much recyclable, as you can see, and it is called the Sustain Eyes eye pencil, again from Cheekbone Beauty, and it's, oh, there we go, it says Plant Me. So you can actually bury this paper box and it is going to compost. That is fantastic. I love that. The Sustain Eyes pencil, in my case, I went for the green turquoise, and these pencils are made in Italy, and they are the latest addition, I think, to Cheekbone Beauty, which is really neat. And they have in their pencil line, they have kind of jumbo pencils, and they have smaller pencils as well. I went for a jumbo pencil that would give me more versatility for the lid as well as the lash line. So here we go. Now I was kind of taken aback because I felt like these were pretty pricey, but if you take a look at my hand, these are not typical eyeliner pencils. They are very chubby. Let me just show you compared to an Urban Decay liner. Okay, so I think that you can see the difference between the Urban Decay liner and this liner from Cheekbone Beauty. If you get one of these chubby ones, they are quite considerably bigger than the Urban Decay. You can see by the tip of these liners. Now that we've talked about the size of these things, let's talk color. So I have, if you have watched my Sephora video, this is the Huda Beauty liquid liner. I am having trouble getting it off my hand. So if you're wondering about staying power for the Huda liner, there's lots of staying power. Tons. Tons. Okay, so let's do this liner, and I'll put it right next to the Huda liner, right with you. How about that? It's very creamy. I like the color. And what I want to do is do another line, but kind of trying to smudge it and see if it would have a good look on the eye. So I'm going to go on the other side of the Huda line and see what that looks like. They're very, very creamy. Very creamy. Okay, so we've got the other one there, and I'm going to just try to smudge it. Oh yeah, this works really well. That could definitely be shadow. Kind of goes with the look I have on today, doesn't it? If you're wondering about this one, this is the Norvina Mini Volume 3. This is my first look with that little 9-pan. Very nice and creamy, very good opacity. All I did was smudge that line, so that's really nice. Now let's see if they set. And that Huda line, I tried to use soap and water, and I even used oil cleanser, oil-based cleanser, and it still wouldn't go. So that is it's an impressive liquid liner, I'll say. So let's see. Oh yeah, and this is setting. This is setting very, very nicely. Let's see on the other one. Okay, so this one hasn't set yet, but there's a lot more density of product in one spot. But I can say right here that this is really turning into kind of a cream to powder feel for that liner. So that's great. Okay, really happy. Don't know why I'm showing you the fingers a second time, but just wanted to confirm that I'm happy with my choice here. Now, the last item that I decided to pick up because they were clearing them out was a liquid lipstick called, oh, and this is nice. They don't have a sticker, they just have a hole where it shows right from the lipstick itself. This one is Ashley. I remember picking that color. And I think I might just change my lip color and put Ashley on, since I think it's going to go really well with what I'm wearing today. But we'll do a swatch first off. And let's take a look at the components. I think it looks pretty nice. And let's take a look at the doe foot. Nice short doe foot. And let's do a little swatch on the hand here. It's a very pretty color. And there is Ashley. Okay, I am going to take this off and let's apply Ashley right on my lips. Okay, lipstick off, so let's apply it right here, right now. And hopefully I won't make a mess. So far so good, I think. Okay, I think this is a really good match actually. It was not intentional, but it's working out quite nicely. So it is starting to set. And I think when I look at this color and what I chose for the face palette, I think it's going to look really good. I think I should do a full face of Cheekbone Beauty in a separate video. If you would be interested in seeing that, just leave me a comment, let me know. I'm really, really enjoying this look so far. I am thinking that this lipstick feels pretty decent on the lips. That's really cool. And as far as the products that I got from Cheekbone Beauty, I would say so far that they are at least meeting or exceeding my expectations. So I'm really, really happy with what I have chosen to select, and I suspect that other products in the same categories of what I've picked up would perform similarly, I would assume. Now, they are not an inexpensive brand. They are an indie brand, I would say on the high-end side, but I really like what they stand for. I really like their approach to business, and I think that they are a brand that's worth supporting. Pretty strong indie brand in my opinion. So yeah, I'm pretty happy so far. Pretty happy. Okay, let's go back to the eyeshadow stick or eyeliner, depending how you want to think about them. This does not seem to set 100%. I just used my finger and went over the color again, and it did still come off on my finger. So I don't think that these set 100%, but I think that as a liner on the upper lash line and lower lash line and using it as a smudging kind of effect, I think it would look good. I think you could also get away with the very outer lid to deepen up a look a little bit. I think that would work. That's probably how I'm going to try to use it. Now let's take a look at Ashley here and see if it has, yeah, it does not quite set 100%, but it is kind of that sticky, tacky, liquid lip feel. So I think that it would have pretty decent lasting power. So that would be I think a decent lipstick if you're looking for a lipstick that's not going to move around a whole lot. I can just feel that unless I eat greasy food, it's probably going to stay put. So I will see what that is like because I'll wear it for the rest of the day and see what my impressions are. If I have specific things to offer up regarding the lipstick, I will put a pinned comment below this video so that you can hear what my thoughts are on the product. But I think that a full face video is probably in order, so I look forward to hearing what you have to say, whether you think that's a good idea or not. So I'm going to wrap up my first impressions as far as placing an order with Cheekbone Beauty, and I think I'm going to do a part 2 with the second order just so that we can chew on this a little bit and talk about it from a different angle in the next video. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for experiencing this first order from Cheekbone Beauty and my impressions of it. And let me know what you think. What did you think of the packaging? What did you think of the approach of this brand and of the products that I ended up picking up as my first foray into what the brand has to offer? Let me know, and I hope you'll join me for part 2.